Oh, it would probably help. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, so welcome to Amongst the Giants. As I was saying, and you couldn't hear me because of the mic, our newly formed group of adventurers are continuing to help free the people of Nightstone from this recent goblin invasion, but kind of stumbled upon something a little greater than what they had ever envisioned. But first, our typical announcements. Starting off, I have a bit of sad news. Our Ascension campaign that we run on Sundays is unfortunately going to be dropped down to a bi-monthly thing. Mostly so that we can kind of tighten up the story a little bit and make it kind of flow a little better. Make life for Havoc a little easier as well. But don't worry, Tyranny's still here. We are going to find something to backfill the downtime on the Ascension campaign, so we'll also be filling that space in. We have Empire's live next Wednesday. Alliance is out until the 12th, so don't forget that. That's a good chunk of time. We have the next game of Giants is going to be played on the 9th. And don't forget our D&D replay and YouTube days are on Friday. So be sure to kind of catch and see what all you have missed in the process. Going to check in. You guys about ready over here?
Yeah, I just got everything open back up.
All right. So I will drop this down. All right. So last week, the adventure started off. Let's go to recap here. Started off as just a random group of individuals whose lives kind of cross paths along the way. While heading northward to Nightstone, a last-minute decision to call for a rest that evening gave our travelers a chance to roam about and basically introduce each other. To that point, everybody was kind of just on the go, trying to get to the end as quickly as possible because it has been kind of tough travels for them, as it usually is going the high road. As I mentioned, gave everybody a chance to sit down and get acquainted with one another. But when morning dawned and the caravan awakened, it wasn't a common awakening. No, they were awakened by the crashing impact of giant boulders that were falling from the sky. The caravan quickly mounted up and headed towards Nightstone, which appeared to be the point of focus of the group of boulders that were falling. As they approached, one caravan was crushed, a woman losing her small son to the impacting boulder. The caravan leader decided that it was best to head back, but a few select individuals would stay behind and continue to press on. As they reached Nightstone, they were greeted with a sight of dismay. Not only had the boulders ripped through the village, but a recent goblin invasion has made things a bit trickier. Kill this music here. Sorry. Where are we at? The party pressed on, stopping the ringing of the bell from the bell tower, which was caused by two gleefully swinging goblins holding on to the rope and having a bit of fun as they did. They then stumbled across two goblins attempting to catch chickens, and then to the south they found two that were playing hide and seek with large pumpkins over their heads. They continued to search, but most of the villagers have not been present within the village, and the goblins seemingly have taken over. However, it is still up to our adventurers to secure the village for the safe return of the people, and possibly the caravan itself. And that was where we left off. And we are going to move you guys over to your map. You should be there now. Yep. Remember, if you were in a small building, you are way off to the far west or east of the map. And if you're in the center, the line of sight thing is something to consider as well. All right, so in the center of town, we have Grand Cool the Fear, Selja, and Selja and Nav in the center. Off to the side, Karsnook has started making his way upstairs in the inn, the Nightstone Inn. We will actually start with Karsnook, who is over in that part of the building.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm going upstairs.
All right. Give me a second. That moment when you forget that you're on a different desktop and you can't see everything.
Ooh.
So you move upstairs, kind of make your way up. As you enter into this hallway at the top, and you kind of look around, there are 4 doors, 2 on the west and 2 on the east. All doors are closed, though right now you don't hear anything within any of the rooms.
Oh, nothing. Okay. Let's see.
Oh no, sir. I'm PC.
Let's go through the door directly south of me.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes here.
Yes, I rolled to see which door I would go through.
Hey, that's okay. So yeah, you step down into the room. Let me open the door for you here. Hey, you can pass through it. That's cool. Yeah, step down into the room. The room is mostly vacant, with 2 beds, an open and empty wardrobe, a desk, and a matching chair. An oil lamp sits on one corner of the desk, and another rests on the small table tucked between the 2 beds. And in the center of the room lies a bearskin rug to kind of complete the look of the room.
Did you say bearskin rug?
Absolutely.
I'm going to just efface that a bit.
Okay.
Just like, yeah, like make it not a rug anymore.
Okay.
Maybe like prop it up against the wall or something. Is there any drawers that aren't open, like in the table?
Most of the drawers are pretty much empty, from what you can see, and kind of because they're all kind of open and shifted aside. So as you kind of glance through, you're not really seeing anything within the drawers themselves.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. There's no door in this room; just goes back, right?
Yeah, it goes back into the main hallway.
All right, I'll go through the door to the north then.
Okay. And
oh my.
Yeah, so the doorway to the northwest here leads into, as you kind of walk up to the wall there, you see a sign that reads private quarters attached to the door itself. Upon entering, you find that most of the furnishings in the bedroom have been completely destroyed when a rocket crashed through the building and down to the chamber below, which kind of flattened the northwest corner of the inn itself. Hanging on the eastern wall, kind of close to where you're standing right now, is a tapestry depicting a mountain landscape, and tucked away under the window over to the west is a locked wooden chest. And then what remains of the floor itself appears to be safe to walk on.
It's locked with a padlock or something?
Yeah, it just has a small padlock that is keeping it locked in place.
Okay. Can I shoot it off with my crossbow, or attempt to?
You can attempt to.
Okay, cool.
It is made of the chest itself is made of iron, and the lock itself is pretty old and rusty, but even a 9's not going to be enough.
Okay, then I'm just gonna kick it because I'm mad that I missed.
Okay, and you stub your toe into the chest, and unfortunately, nothing else happened.
Idea. The people that are downstairs, they're not in right below where I am anymore, right?
They would technically be below where you're at.
Oh. You might want to watch out. I'll push it over the edge. I'm gonna push the chest down. Try and
Okay.
break it open.
Give me a strength check. This is a pretty big iron chest, and you are a very small individual. Yeah, it doesn't even budge. So you walk over to it and you grab on, and you kind of lean back a little bit, and you kind of feel your back hurt a little, and think better of your decision to try to toss it overboard.
You guys get this. I'll shout down to the people down below.
Okay.
And I'll exit angrily.
All right. So as you make it out into the hallway, we're going to actually check in with our other group of individuals.
Coolio.
We have Grankle, Selja, and Nav just taking out a bunch of goblins, two of which were playing hide and seek with pumpkins on their heads. Most of the buildings here are still closed up. The only two that you have explored thus far are the chapel-ish kind of building here and the inn to the straight north.
Have we murdered faced everyone outside?
Everybody that is out in the open that you've seen, yeah, you've pretty much murder-faced everything.
Alright, I'm gonna rejoin Grinkle.
Alright.
Which building is Karsnook in right now?
Karsnook is in this building here.
Okay. So we know that those three are examining that building right now. That's not the tower, right? The tower was...
No, that is the inn. The tower, yes, the tower is over to the northwest.
So nobody's looked in. So we see a building here. One that looks like part of it's down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then several over to the east.
Yeah, so hold on. I want to do something. Because this doesn't make any sense. I dislike the dynamic lighting on this map. So I'm going to just start deleting it.
Bye.
Bye.
I can see things. Yay. If they had done like just the X things on it, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's in a big place. We have a bunch of little ones by us and another big one that appears to have a hole through it.
Yeah, so you got a bunch of stuff here. To your direct southwest, yes, is an L-shaped house. Looks like one of the boulders has crashed through the northwestern part of the house itself. The farm has taken a little bit of a beating as well from some of the giant boulders that have landed within the farm itself.
I would like to walk around this building and the one to its east over here and just kind of listen, see if I hear any voices. We haven't seen any people, and I'm kind of wondering where they are.
Okay. So as you make your way to the southwest one, kind of looking around, you're not hearing anything. It's pretty almost eerily quiet. You don't hear footsteps. You don't hear anybody talking, any movement whatsoever. However, as you walk by the one to the east, I do need you to give me a perception check. Yeah, okay. So as you kind of make your way over here, you do hear what appears to be, at least from just the outside, you hear somebody kind of rummaging through things within this building to the far east. As you walk up to it, mounted onto the exterior of the building is a pretty large circular blue sign with the like a golden lion emblazoned upon it, and the text "The Lion Shield Coaster" is written underneath of it. The door to the trading post itself is kind of open just a little bit.
Coaster. What's a coaster?
Coster.
Coaster.
Coster. It's like a vendor. If you're looking for armors or things of that nature, that's the kind of place you would go. It's like a trading post.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
All right. And you said the door to the front here is kind of open?
Yeah, it's open just a little bit.
So with that, Gronk will turn around and look over at Nav and say, "Hey, come here. Go see if there's another goblins in here."
More goblins? Okay.
Maybe.
Are you trying to do so quietly?
Oh, no. Not even a little bit.
Okay. And as you kind of make this motion to Nav and kind of wave him forward towards where you're at, you start to hear something inside is kind of stirred a little bit as you start to tell Nav to go take a look. And then suddenly it goes silent again.
I'm just going to approach the door.
As Nav gets closer and I hear the kind of silence, I'll look over and say, "Be careful, though, just in case."
What's careful? And then I'm just going to turn and kick in the door all the way.
Okay. As you do, you kind of look inside this mostly 20-foot by 10-foot room. Appears to be just nothing but storage shelves and different containers, just random miscellaneous stuff that is traded. And then in the back corner, you see a cot. That's about it.
Do I see any signs of what was making the noise?
No. As you kind of peek in and look around, nothing is moving, nothing's making a noise.
I'm going to turn to Grinkle. I thought you were a god. There's nothing here.
As I look inside, do I see anything with dark vision and such?
Same thing. As you kind of look inside and you kind of peer around from your field of view, you see absolutely nothing. Nothing's moving. There's a countertop. Possibly something's behind you. It's hard to tell. There, from where you're standing, there's nothing there.
With that, I'll turn to Nav and say, "Of course someone's in there. You just can't see them. Go and investigate the room."
Okay. I will enter the door slowly and carefully.
Okay. And as you kind of step into the room itself, let me see if there's a map. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. So yeah, you step into the room. To the backside, back over here, you do see a bar, and I'll kind of outline it here for you. That'd be a little better. So back in this area here is like a counter. And then there's stuff all around the room. There's a bunch of chests and things of that nature. But as you kind of look forward from your perspective, you don't see anything.
All right. I'm just going to slowly move forward in on all fours and approach the counter.
Okay.
And as I get about right here, I'm just going to stand up and kind of look over it and put both hands on top of it.
Okay. One second. Yeah, so as you walk up and kind of look over the counter on the other side, you don't really see anything. However, from directly behind you, hiding in the corner, was a goblin that was awaiting you to enter. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Including me?
No, not including you.
Those are some good rolls by
Look at
everyone.
those, dude.
I still go first.
All right. So with that, Grankle, you watched as this goblin, who was hiding in the northwestern corner of the building, waited and watched as Nav entered into the room, and then snuck up behind him. But you are the first to respond.
So as this goblin jumps out, I kind of point at Nav and say, look, I told you there was someone in there. And then I'm going to fire off 2 firebolts with Twin Spell.
All right. Yeah, 23 definitely hits. So does a 21.
All right, I'll roll the damage. Well, wait, before that happens, I'm going to do my 2 magic surges. Okay, didn't happen. So
Did not
first
happen.
damage and second damage.
All right. So immediately, seeing this thing sneak up on Nav, you're not going to let this goblin get the best of Nav and quickly fire off a firebolt in the direction, or 2 firebolts in the direction of this goblin, who immediately just drops to the ground and falls back 5 feet from this blast that just destroyed him.
I'm going to look to my left and go, he wasn't in here. Did you just summon him?
He was in there, you fool. He's dead now, though. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Do I notice anyone else in the room, to be specific?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, so as you're looking around the room and listening very intently, you hear no other movement other than yourself within this room.
Okay, awesome. I'm just going to turn back around to Grinkle and go, you should probably check out these shelves. There's a lot of little things there. Little things that'll fit in your hand.
Are any of them shiny?
Are any of them shiny?
That is a great question.
You better always have an answer for this question.
I do have an answer for this question. It appears over to the southeast corner, this goblin was originally kind of digging through the contents of what was in the store shelves. Nav, as you kind of search around, the goblins mostly pulled everything off and was kind of either broken or thrown into a bag. There's stuff like bottles and lamps and ink jars, some other miscellaneous stuff. Let me see.
Is there any gold?
No, there is not any gold. There is just, aside from just the stuff within that bag, there is some other adventuring gear, ropes and pittons and things of that nature. But beyond that, there's nothing else in here.
I'm actually going to grab one of the pittons and take it back out to Grinkle and hold it up to him. It's kind of shiny.
Then I kind of tilt my head at it. Adequately shiny. Put it in your bag.
I told you I can't reach the bag. You put it on my back. I'm just going to hand it to him.
You're useless. I'll turn around. I'll put the one single pitten and put it into the bag.
As you guys are doing this, from the distance of where you're at, you can hear what appears to be laughter and then shouting, which turns to, "You stupid goblins, what are you doing?"
I think they might be talking to us.
Where are we hearing this from?
This is coming from your southwest.
Over towards the windmill, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it kind of echoes through this area against the houses, but yeah, you're getting the feeling it's over in that direction.
Well, just hearing the voice, I'll turn around and say, "Goblins? Where? Oh, wait. We're not stupid."
You're stupid.
All right, and we are going to move back to Carsnook right now, who's
Well-
back in the inn. What are you doing in the inn?
Let's take door number 4. This bottom one right here.
All right.
That's a
I-
hole, right?
Yeah, I don't like that you can walk through those walls. Hold on. I'm going to change that. Yeah, you
It's a
can't.
special class ability. I can walk through them.
All right. So you enter into this chamber, and I will give you a description here. All right. So the southeastern room of the inn is mostly in shambles. Falling boulders punched a hole through the roof and the floor of the top level that has made its way down into the dining room below that you guys saw when you entered into the inn itself. The bedsheet, which you had saw that was hanging down into the room, is visibly caught on a piece of wood from up here, almost like in that area. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Nope, but you can see this. About there. They're almost directly in front of you.
Oh, so there's a room above me?
No, you are in the room. The top floor.
And the bed sheet we could see down below.
Yes. And it's kind of caught into the wood and is preventing it from falling to the ground below. To the east is a desk and chair kind of tucked away under the window, completely unscathed. I do need you to give me a perception check, though.
Is it based on hearing or smell?
No.
Okay, cool. I just asked that because I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Desk and chair?
Okay. So as you kind of look around the room, you don't find any loot within the room. However, you do see kind of hiding underneath of the desk is a woman kind of lying motionless, almost kind of pinned into position, not moving, almost 6 foot tall, mostly human, kind of lying on her left side, kind of leaning back against the desk itself. Nothing fancy, no jewelry or anything like that. While she remains completely still and seemingly unconscious, around her upper right arm rests the head of a very calmly coiled snake with little wings off the back of it, who is paying absolutely no attention to your presence.
You alive? Any response?
She does not respond.
I'm gonna look at the snake. You. She alive?
Hiss, hiss.
I'm gonna take a tentative step towards her.
Okay. And as you kind of walk closer and you examine her, as I mentioned, she's kind of in a very awkward position, the way she's laying against this desk or under the desk here, trying to protect herself, but apparently something didn't go as planned. And you look down, the snake's still not paying any attention to you, just resting and laying against the arm of the lady.
With my boot, I'm gonna try and nudge her.
Okay. And as you kind of kick at her a little bit, she starts to groan a little bit and move, but she's not come to you.
Did the snake do anything when I put my foot near her?
As you kind of moved forward and kind of pushed at her, the snake coiled back a little bit, almost trying to keep away from you, but beyond that, no.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna take her and try and drag her out from under the desk.
Okay, and as you kind of reach down and grab onto her arm and begin to try to pull her up, she starts coming to, and she kind of panics a little bit, pulls her arm away and looks up at you, almost shocked, not really sure where she is, and says, what are you doing here?
Calm down. I'm not a goblin. What happened here?
She looks at you and says, "Well, I don't really remember. I remember the goblins had came into this room, and I was trying to save myself, but I don't know, that rock or that boulder fell through the room and knocked me out."
Did the goblins come before or after the boulder?
They came at about the same time, but I don't see how these are connected.
Who's that? Point at the snake.
She kind of looks at you and says, This is just my pet."
With wings.
And she nods.
Great. Well, if you're up to it, you want to lead me through what's left of your town?
Sure. What is it you need of me?
An explanation? You might want to meet the rest of our group, I guess.
What kind of explanation do you need?
Well, for one, where do these goblins come from? For two, where do these boulders come from? For three, have you had a history with this sort of thing in the past? Four, where can I get myself a sandwich?
Looking at you, a little puzzled at the last question, she says, "Well, the goblins attacked the village. It's been happening for several days now. And as I attempted to flee, one of them came up here and confronted me. The body of the goblin down below, that's my doing. Again, I don't know if they're connected, but it seems a bit odd that we're now getting these boulders dropping on our city."
So you've never had a boulder here before?
No, I can assure you this is a boulder-free community.
Well, all right. That's three of my questions. Now, where can I find a sandwich?
I don't know. Did you go down to the kitchen?
Yes, of course I was in the kitchen. Anyway, come with me. There's some people you might want to meet.
All right, and you're gonna lead her out to meet with the others outside.
Yeah. Before I just go down, can I just peek my head in the other room?
Yeah, sure. And similar to the southwest, you don't really see anything here. It looks like a guest room that's mostly unharmed.
All right, cool. Now I'm gonna bring them down. Bring her down to the others.
All right.
Hey, they might look like suspicious characters, but just keep your wits about you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys at the. Wow, what happened there?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans happened. Gonna put you guys at the doors here. We will go back to our other group though and figure out what they're gonna do.
So yeah, this voice is yelling at Grunkle. He's gonna very indignantly start walking in the direction of it, trying to figure out where the hell it is.
I will be right on his heels.
Okay.
I will also be on it.
Okay, give me a perception check.
With advantage, because I have people helping me look.
Sure, I'll give you with advantage. as you're kind of walking, you're noticing that the laughter and everything that you are hearing is coming actually exactly where you thought it was, from the windmill to the southwest over here. As you get closer, the laughing continues, and they continue to shout out at you guys. Once you start getting a little closer to it, they start actually trying to make fun of you guys as you get there.
Do I see like any heads in a window or anything?
No, they're kind of they noticed where you were at before, and then once you turned and started looking, they started hiding from you.
But they're still making fun of us?
Yep.
I'm going to growl at the building.
Okay. And as you kind of growl and make your way closer, the laughing stops for just a moment. Then you hear as one of them kind of shouts out, "Oh, that must be the bugbear. What's that thing on its back? Dumb beast. Which one of these ugly things is your master?"
As it says that, I scream up towards the windmill. I am his master. I am Grenkall the Feared, a god. Get down here this instant.
Feared? Your face is stupid and you should feel bad. Wait. Is that Selji? Selja? Why don't you go jump off a cliff and go away, you stupid?
You're stupid.
Damn good roast right here. Oof.
The other one, you hear a second voice starts to kind of permeate from the windmill, and it says, "Yeah, nobody wants you here, stupid Selja. Look, this other stupid little goblin. What's with your little hat, ugly goblin?"
I'm just going to, before Grenkall even responds, just going to turn to him. You should just burn it down.
I
Yep,
just
burn
begin
it down.
fire bolts at the window that I could see these voices coming out.
No, at the windmill.
None of which hit, though. So
Do
as
I
you're
see like straw or wood that's easily targetable? And
the windmill itself is mostly made out of stone. Give you a full description here. It sits upon a 10-foot high grassy hill. 2 sets of goblin tracks clearly visible in the mud that leads up to the hill itself. The top of it is made of a mixture of straw, wood, and some rope, but the windmill itself is all made of stone.
So yeah, I'll aim at the roof instead, since it seems like these guys are kind of high up. I want to bring the roof down on them.
Okay. Oh. What is that? Some
My
kind of
bad.
attack damage.
I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry.
So yeah, as you're going to use those 3 firebolt attacks to the roof.
Sure.
So the first one and the third one obviously just kind of fly off to the side. The second one does hit, and as it hits, it kind of catches and starts to burn, but kind of peters out a little bit because the top of all the buildings, mostly because of the mud and the rain in the area, makes the moisture itself just makes it start to fade out.
So as that happens, I kind of shake my head and reach down and roll up these tattered sleeves that are kind of singed at the end of them. Say,
Hey,
well,
Rendus.
I guess we got to go take care of this face to face. I'm going to begin trudging around, just completely heedless, around to the side where the door is.
Okay, and yeah, as you're kind of making your way around, they continue laughing and joking amongst themselves, not really paying much attention to you otherwise. And as you kind of walk in, you kind of, I imagine, Nav kind of walks up and just slams the door open, and you kind of take a look inside. The windmill's interior is pretty dark and gloomy, and filled with wooden gears and cogs that help turn the windmill itself. Climbing way up amongst the rafters, kind of jumping back and forth, almost 25 feet up in the air, are the two goblins that have been making fun of you.
I'm gonna turn towards Crankle. Those gears look flammable.
And as I kind of look up and see the two goblins, I point at them and say, "So do those guys." And I want to firebolt them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack. Oh, yeah. Which one are you attacking?
The closest one.
Okay. So you're going directly up from where you were at, trying to hit it. Give me some damage on that.
Oof, whopping 3.
A whopping 3. Okay, so you kind of reach in, but you're not able to get a really good purchase on the spell, and you kind of fling it up directly in his direction. And as it hits him, he kind of scoffs a little bit and looks down at you and says, "Is that all you got, little goblin?"
Are there stairs leading up to these rafters, or did they climb up there?
Oh no, they climbed up.
Okay. I'm looking over something. I'm gonna guess that's much higher than 15 feet.
Yeah, they're about 25 feet up in the air.
Okay. I'm gonna reach in my backpack and grab a crowbar out of it, and I want to throw the crowbar at them.
Okay. Give me a strength check. Yeah, just a straight strength check. So which one are you aiming at?
Let's go with this one.
Okay. So as you kind of reach down and you grab onto the crowbar and fling it up in his direction, what looked like it was pretty spot on, the goblin quickly ducks its head back, and you hear as the crowbar kind of bounces around a little bit, hits the post that it's climbing on, or after it's climbing on, and then you listen as the crowbar drops back to the ground directly below them.
I'm gonna look over at Grankle and shrug. Man, this looks like your problem.
Hold on, I got this. So just gonna move to the doorway, and then she's gonna use her thorn whip on that goblin.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Go ahead and give me some damage.
Woo.
Nice. So as you kind of reach in, look around, trying to figure out where they're at, and quickly unleash this thorn whip, and as it flies up, you catch this one as he was getting ready to jump between the rafters, and you watch as his body kind of tumbles forward and falls from the rafters and drops to the ground directly in front of you. The other one's not amused and is going to attempt to fire a crossbow bolt at you, but I need everybody to roll for initiative, please. Holy shit, that initiative roll, though.
Can I roll 2 now that I'm outside as well?
You're not close enough.
Okay, never mind.
You couldn't make it over here fast enough.
Maybe the goblin is really strong.
Nav, give me a roll. Oh, you did. It just didn't go through.
No,
Damn.
I thought it was selected. Here, I'll toss one up there.
Okay. Yep, I'll change it. All right. So with that, you are the first to strike.
This one's still up in the rafters, right?
Yeah, the other one has dropped to the ground below.
I'm going to try it again, but this time I'm going to throw a hammer at him.
All right, give me a strength check. Okay, so similar to the last time, your aim with anything being at range isn't very good, and you reach down and grab your hammer and you launch it up in its direction, and you watch as the goblin kind of sticks his head out for a second, and then as it sees this hammer flying directly towards it, it ducks back and it hits the brick wall or the rock wall behind it and falls to the ground below, right back in front of where you were at.
That will be my turn. I did not bring anything ranged.
Selja, you're up.
Selja's going to try the same tactic of snaring him with her whip and then just kind of dragging him away from the rafters.
Okay.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah. You take the thorn whip and kind of duck into the room, look up, you find exactly where he's at and launch the whip right at it. It hits it, but it's still standing and is still mocking you. And it will now be its turn as it jumps around to the other side and quickly fires off a crossbow bolt at you, Selja.
You're stupid and ugly and I hate you.
Apparently that did something because he rolled an 8.
That'll miss.
I'm assuming that misses. So as he quickly jumps over, you call him stupid and ugly, and he freaks out and kind of angered, and then shoots it and right in your direction and misses you entirely.
Can't aim either.
Grant Cole, you are up.
Yeah. Another firebolt. Just gonna fire it off at him as he falls to the ground and fires off the crossbow. And I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, not able to really get a good sight of where he's at. And you kind of look up, jump in kind of right behind Nav and look up into the windmill. And then fire the firebolt directly where you think he was, but he was not there anymore. Nav, you were up.
Alright, we're going to try it this time with a bear trap.
Okay.
It's not going to be armed. I wish it was.
You're just going to throw a metal object at it.
A metal bear trap at him.
And surprisingly, that hits. Go ahead and tell me how you killed a goblin with a closed bear trap.
Because imagine I'm throwing it not like a discus, like just swinging it around, and it's just gonna fly in a 360 and just hit him right in the head.
Nice. So yeah, as this thing hits him in the head, you watch he kind of falls forward, drops the crossbow to the ground, and then shortly after, his body kind of crumples over the rafter, was kind of hiding behind, and drops to the ground below as well. With that, though, I do need Karsanook to go ahead and give me a perception check.
You're so stupid you died from a trap that wasn't set.
Does this have to do with hearing or smell?
Yes.
Yes. I get advantage.
Didn't help you. But as you're kind of listening around, you do hear a rumbling of what appears to be cages or something of the nature, though you're not really sure what it is.
In which direction?
To your eastish direction. Eastish.
In the city?
Yep.
Is it the goblin cages I found before? No, okay. Alright. You stick close to me. I'm gonna check out whatever the hell that is. Or, wait, can you tell me whatever the hell that is?
You're asking the woman?
Yeah.
She looks at you and says, No more than you can tell me what it is.
You don't know if your own town has cages of animals?
And she looks at you and says, well, I would assume so. It is a village.
So those could be just cages of regular farm animals.
Maybe.
Great, let's go. I'm gonna go east to the building where they sounded like they were coming from.
Okay. And as you kind of make your way around, I believe you were out here before. Out
Yeah,
by the,
I killed that goblin.
Yeah, so as you kind of make your way around here, you do hear something similar. That's a house. Don't
Sorry.
walk through the house. So as you kind of make your way around and you kind of peek around the corner, not really trying to be deceptive or quiet about it, you do see another goblin that is kind of digging through or trying to climb his way over the fence. Stop moving.
Sorry. Oh, there. Okay.
And as you kind of look around, he's kind of trying to make his way over the fence, kind of gets caught a little bit, and then looks up in your direction and begins shouting almost immediately and starts running towards you. I need you to go ahead and give me an initiative roll.
Cool.
Yeah. Combat. What is your dex mod?
2.
Okay. I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna standing right here. Do I have a clear shot at it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he was trying to climb over the fence, was trying to be stealthy about it, but obviously got caught.
I'm gonna aim at him with my hand crossbow.
Alrighty. Yeah, that hits.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's all.
Alright, so you quickly come around, not really seeing him at first, and then stop and take a second glance, and you notice him quickly draw your hand crossbow and fire it over at this this goblin that was trying to climb the fence. Hits him kind of as it impacts him into the shoulder. Watch as he kind of trips over the rest of the fence and falls on his face. Uses a bit of his movement to get up, but then immediately is going to fire back with his crossbow.
He has a crossbow.
Or short bow, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Holy shit. Does a nat 20 hit? So he quickly reaches back, grabbing his short bow and launching the arrow directly at you, dealing 6 piercing damage.
Oh, so we're trading blows, eh? I did 6 as well.
Now it is your turn.
Same exact thing.
Okay.
I'm just taking the shot at him and turn back around and fire again.
Alrighty. Oh, you know what that means.
Have to be kidding me.
Hmm. Maybe. We'll see.
I shoot myself in the foot. You forgot? I actually asked you to heal me.
So as you fire off this crossbow, surprisingly, maybe it's his a little bit taller stature than yours. As he fires this crossbow, you feel a bit intimidated, and on his next attack, he will have advantage against you.
He's taller than me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a mighty 4'10".
17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. And as it does, again, reaching back, grabbing, knocking an arrow, and releasing. And as it comes towards you, it flies true and hits for 3 piercing damage. And as he fires off the arrow, he kind of ducks and tries to hide behind these little chicken coop things over here and waits for your attack.
So I'm trying to pull the first one out of my shoulder and brush off the wound from the second one. Is he in cover now because he's hiding?
He's in partial cover, yes.
Can I get, if I move up, will I get a better angle on him?
Yeah, you could try to move around and get a better angle on him if you wanted to.
Okay, so if I moved there, would I have a good shot at him?
You'd have the giant boulder in front of you that's kind
Right.
of blocking your view.
How about that?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Cool. I'll shoot at him.
Okay. Okay, and as you fire off the hand crossbow, the crossbow bolt just flies right by his shoulder, almost kind of prepared for you to shoot at him, and he immediately reaches back, knocks another arrow, and is going to fire at you again. And another nat 20.
You gotta be.
I will clip both of them.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
And as he reaches back, knocks the arrow and releases, it flies true again. Almost kind of catches you off guard as you're running around the rock here to get into better view, dealing 7 piercing damage.
Almost dead.
It is your turn, though.
Should I? No, I shouldn't. Okay. Once again, same exact thing. I'm just gonna aim right down, barrel the thing, and yeah, just try again.
Okay. Oh,
I'm going to break something.
that is so unfortunate. So once again, you take the hand crossbow, kind of a little off your game with the several hits from the short bow that have come in, and you kind of reach down, take the next bolt, load it in, fire it off, and as it fires off, it hits the chicken coop directly beside him, and he's able to kind of step away and now runs directly towards you.
I still have movement.
Yes.
So can I try and hide behind this boulder slightly against all my my personal
Sure.
clumps? I'm gonna try and hide behind this boulder.
Okay. But yeah, you step behind the boulder, he reaches back, gets ready to grab another arrow, but when he sees you kind of duck behind the boulder, thinks better of it, kind of throws the short bow on his shoulder, reaches for a scimitar, and runs around the corner and is going to attack you with a melee attack. And rolls a nat 1.
Thank God. That would have killed me, no matter what.
That could be very bad for him. Let's see. So yeah, as he kind of runs up, the area being muddy as it is, he kind of runs, getting a bit excited, feeling a kill at his directly in front of him. His feet slipped in the mud, and he starts to kind of tumble forward. You will now have advantage on your next attack against him.
Awesome. I'm gonna whip attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Finally.
I just want you to know this thing has been sitting on 1 HP since you hit it the first time.
Ooh. So
So now, as you bring the whip around, what happens?
I am going to, with my whip, as he slides towards me, whip him right around the neck, and smash his head into the boulder.
Nice. All right, and as you do so, his head kind of pushed in just a little bit, or his face pushed in a little bit, and he kind of slides off the side of the rock, crumples to the ground, You watch as the woman who is trying to remain hidden kind of peeks around the corner and looks a bit nervous, but still waits.
Spit on the goblin.
1 sec.
Come on, let's go.
1 sec. Okay, and as this is going on, off in the distance, just outside of the city walls, you hear the sound of several hooves approaching the village from the far west. This would be everybody.
Great.
So familiar sound of horses.
Yes.
They weren't riding horses before, right? They were riding the beasts.
Correct. Yeah, the goblins were on the backs of the wargs.
Right, wargs. That's what the name is, right? Okay. Do I still hear the sound of the cages?
No, the sound of the cages has seemingly stopped.
It was the goblin rattling the cages, I swear to God. Okay, so, I'm gonna exit this mud hole. Stay behind me.
All right. So where are you headed?
So are they coming from the east?
They are coming from the west.
The west? The entrance that in which we entered as well?
Yes. That's a safe assumption.
Okay. I am going to step out behind the inn where I was.
Okay.
And peek my head out, but not like so that they can't see me.
Okay, and the woman kind of follows behind you. The group to the south, you hear the same thing. What appears to be horses off well in the distance, approaching the village.
I like turn around to the other two and say, are we getting back up?
I don't know.
Caravan left.
I don't know if you could say it's backup. This looks really bad. There's a bunch of dead goblins, and y'all are goblins, and I'm a bugbear.
Yeah, that's bad.
We should go find someone who looks more human and rejoin with them before they get here.
I don't think it'll be that bad, but okay, let's go see if we can find the other ones. And with that, I'll start moving towards the... Not really trying to hide or anything, just start moving towards the building that I last saw Karsnook and the others.
Okay.
I will be right on his heels.
Same.
All right.
Kick this body as I walk by.
I'm gonna actually, because he kicked it, specifically because he kicked it, I'm gonna just drag it with my mouth on while I'm on all fours behind him.
Nice. Okay.
Do I see Karsnook as I get to here?
Yeah. As you kind of look out into the distance, you do start to see where Karsnook's trying to hide. He seems to have somebody in tow now that wasn't with him before. As this is going on, though, and you're kind of looking around for him, you do see the group of horse riders have entered into the village here. 1 second. Kind of drop into the center of the... charge into the center of the town. And the one kind of standing to the middle of them has begun shouting out. The 7 riders, both male and female, each of varying ethnicities, sit on these very large riding horses. The leader, a very charming looking man in his mid-30s, was originally at the head of the pack leading them across the drawbridge, but now sits in the center of the group. As the hooves kind of slop through the mud and they eventually come to a rest, the one in the middle immediately starts shouting out, "Kella! Kella, where are you?"
I'll turn to the woman. Are you Kella?
And as you kind of turn and look at her, she nods and immediately starts walking forward. And as she kind of gets to about here, she kind of looks up and says, Zolkin, what can I do for you? What's the rest of the party doing?
I'll let the other two go first.
No, I'm waiting on my.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not taking point on that.
Alrighty then. So seeing these horse riders all coming in and seeing Karsanuka in the back and catching at last second, the chick that was with him, I'll kind of see it all kind of going down, and I'm like, they're friendly. So Grunkle's just gonna strut out and kind of wave his hand to everybody. It's like, hey, everybody, the goblins are dead now. You're welcome.
Oh! As he says the goblins are dead, I want to throw the one that's in my mouth towards their horses, so it slides in the mud towards them.
And you watch as the one bandit right here begins to pull his horse back a little bit.
Bandit.
Bandit.
Kind of a bandit-looking roguish individual.
I wonder if
Guess you
guys
now.
are friendly.
Guess you now know if these guys are bandits or not. The horse rider pulls back a little bit and looks down at the goblin's body, and then looks up at the other two goblins to the south, and a little confused. The rider that's in the center begins to ride this direction. Kella walking over, and they begin to have a bit of a conversation, though in hushed tones from the rest of you guys.
Can I perceive what they're hear what they're saying?
Give me a perception check with advantage
Hell yeah.
because of your character.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Hell no.
You need to. I need you to turn your computer off. Go take a couple deep breaths. Say a
And then
prayer to
come
the
back.
dice gods, and then come back.
I think I need to change out this lucky die that I'm keep holding.
So you kind of lean forward and try to listen in, but all you're hearing right now is the horses of each one of these riders moving around ever so slightly. They've obviously noticed all of you guys. They know you're here.
Hate horses.
But no, you cannot make any information out of what their conversation is.
They're just kind of milling around in the middle, not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. They are allowing the guy that was leading them into the village to speak with this woman.
All right, I'll since no one else is doing anything, I'll angrily, not angrily, but frustratedly, just step forward.
No.
Hey y'all, someone explain to me what's going on here.
The woman kind of turns to you and looks. Her eyes a bit bigger as you step out into the open, and she turns around, moving backward a little bit towards the horse, and says, "Well, perhaps I haven't been completely honest with you."
I've realized. Would you like to elaborate?
Well, you see, when the village was attacked by the goblins, we decided this would be a good time to come into the village.
So you are not a village inhabitant.
No, nor did I ever appear to be or say that I was.
Well, I mean, you're in the village. I assume you're a village inhabitant.
I was in an inn.
In the village.
And she looks at you a bit funny and says, "So what of this?"
No, what of this? What you guys are coming here to village and whatnot?
She kind of looks at you and says, "No, We have bigger fish to fry. We think that now would be a good time to turn this into our base of operations.
I see. Where were you operating from before?
Here and there, traveled the Sword Coast. We couldn't really find a good home, but now, I mean, Nightstone seems to be ripe for the picking.
Have you checked with any of the other village inhabitants? If that is okay.
I can assure you they probably do not think that is okay.
Cool. Alright, well. We are just gonna be on our merry way then. You do what you want with this place. We're just gonna check out that big castle down there. If that's quite alright. I'll say mockingly.
Well, funny thing is, I don't know if that's acceptable or not.
And why is that?
Well, you see that keep to the south of here?
The one I just mentioned? Yes, I see it.
It could prove difficult if there are still guards that are going to be in the way. If you want to be a kind chap, you go and help us take care of those guards.
You want us to help you, the bandits,
You don't know their bandits.
remove those guards.
You don't know their bandits.
Pillagers. You, the pillagers. The rogue group. The people. To remove those guards who are stationed there.
I mean, what's it hurting? It's not like they're
100
any
gold.
other. She thinks for a second, looks back at the guy on the horse, and he looks down at you and with a big smile says, if you can eliminate the guards and we can take over, what is the name of the place? Hold on.
Nightstone.
No, the Nandar Keep is the name of this place here. If you can assist us and help us to take back Nandar Keep, then we might even double that.
Great. Before you do, you got any healing potions? Anything that could make me not go ouch every time I move?
The one on the horse looks down at you and kind of grins and says, no, I'm sorry. All out.
Great. Alright, well, give us an hour, 2. We'll get set up for you.
Okay. And they watch very intently as you kind of walk by. Not really saying anything, not acting hostilely towards you. As you kind of move by and make your way down to the rest of the group, who's kind of watched all of this transpire.
Was he almost dead when we left him?
He looks worse. What happened?
No thanks to you. Anyway, they're gonna give us 200 gold. Clear people out of that keep. Let's up to it then. Hey, you got any healing potions?
As you're talking, Grunkle kind of looks at you and shakes his head. What? Wait. What keep? What people?
I'm just gonna point.
Where is this keep?
Point south. The one we saw coming.
It's way down
in.
here. Yeah,
Oh.
it's again the line of sight thing. Hold
Yeah,
on.
across the broken bridge.
Yeah. I'm going
Over the river and
to...
through the woods.
I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. Because it's not helping anybody.
I'm gonna zoom out.
There you go.
Hey,
Hey, I see things.
Hey.
that keep looks like someone else's problem.
Now it is ours because we're gonna pay for it. Now, please, can you fix this? I'm gonna
You
gesture
can
to
go
the
get paid for it.
the
I'm not
3
getting
arrow
paid for
wounds.
it.
Nessie's just sitting there talking about healing and such. I'm just going to completely turn around, ignoring him, and talk to the other two. What if the people that were sent to save are in there?
That could be a problem.
Well, I'm not killing those people if they. What if they live here? Are they
I'm not here to
goblins?
save anyone.
I turn back around to Carson. But did you not get the hiring that we got?
Wow. You mean 2 goblins got hired for a job and a bugbear, but a dwarf didn't get it?
You don't know my history, and I'm here to make money. So, I'm gonna get those people to leave. I didn't say kill them, but
I don't think you're in the condition to kill anyone right now.
so
I'm not sure you're in the condition to
change
run
that.
anybody else out either.
to change. I'm gonna cough up some blood. To change that, can someone please heal me?
I don't know how to heal people.
As he's saying that, I kind of walk up to him and say, "Sure, 10 gold pieces."
I shouldn't laugh, but that's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty great.
1 copper.
And I kind of raise an eyebrow at him. You're not very good at negotiating, are you?
1 copper.
You're just repeating what you said before.
Turn around to look at Selja. He's not very good at negotiating, is he?
I think Nav might be better than him.
I don't really need to negotiate. Grankle wants to keep me alive.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go anyway. With your help or not. Oh, are we doing healing surges in this campaign?
We are not.
Okay.
I control your healing. Me.
It was me all along.
Well, without you or not, I'm making 200 gold.
Well, then you'll have enough for healing, then, won't you?
Asshole.
I have the biggest grin on my face right now.
I'm gonna make my way down to the broken bridge, and I'm gonna just take lean against the post, take a short rest. Can I?
You cannot take a short rest right now.
Never mind.
Zelda really controls her destiny.
Never mind. All right, I swear to God, I'm just gonna walk up to the thing then.
We should
Grankle.
probably go see if anyone's
Grankle.
actually in there.
I forgot to get my hammer and crowbar and bear trap. We should go back.
This is true. And we can maybe climb up there and watch this
I'm sorry,
unfold.
did you say
We'll have
bear
good seats.
trap?
That's a good point. We can
Did-
just watch, see what happens.
Did you say bear trap?
Yeah, my bear trap.
I'm gonna pretend
I
like I
know
didn't hear that.
it's ironic because he's a bugbear with.
No,
Yes,
I have a
that's
bear
true.
trap.
That is
Don't
exactly
know it's
it.
an owlbear. I'm not going anywhere near
Owlbear?
an owlbear without a bear trap.
Wait,
Owlbear. Where's the owlbear?
Owlbear.
I don't know you said that. That's why I have a bear trap.
I like bears. Where's the owlbear? Anyway, I'm gonna make my way down to the bridge, see if there's anything.
Is this Owlbear following us?
I just want to kind of follow along, not staying close at all, and just stand by and watch.
Okay, Karsnook, as you start to make your way south, you look forward and see a 70-foot long, 10-foot wide, upward sloping bridge used to connect. No, stop it. It's used to connect the Bailey to cross the moat ahead. However, a falling rock has struck the bridge itself and has destroyed a 15-foot long section of the bridge, cutting off Nandar Keep from the village below.
What's in this small hut to my east?
I don't know, you didn't explore it. It's a hut.
Do I
Looks like a
see that it's
rock.
like it looks like it's really destroyed on the map? Is it like do I see it's completely destroyed?
I mean, it has a rock through it.
Okay.
You can literally explore every building
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this place.
All right. 15 feet. I'm gonna do some mental math. I'm gonna realize that I'm not tall enough to even get close to clearing that. Can I check out this hut?
Sure.
They didn't stick to that plan log.
Well, I'm
He's
not
already
done.
Give it up. This is weird.
Really? Just spectators?
Yep.
So,
We're heckling
there's-
spectators.
there is a very large boulder, obviously, planted through the northwest corner of this house, L-shaped house. To the north side, there is a door that leads into the main part of the house itself. Probably be a little safer than trying to go through the rough terrain of the boulder itself.
Then I'll go through that door.
Okay. And as you kind of approach, there's a postage box on the outside of the door that reads Zelbins.
I'll knock.
Nobody answers.
I'll walk in.
You enter into the residence and you notice there are several antique items kind of spread throughout the room, along with a desk and a few other knickknacks. It appears, though, that the building has been heavily damaged, but none of the goblins have even thought to make their way to the building itself. To the northwest corner, two bodies lie pretty close together, almost directly underneath of the rock itself. Elderly couple, mostly crushed by the boulder that had fallen through the roof and the impact of the wood coming down on top of them. Next to the entry, as you kind of walk inside the cottage, to your east here, is what is a little Tresium. It's a cat-like creature with small wings that quickly darts away whenever you come closer to it, and
What's all the
then
wings here?
starts to make its way over towards the dead bodies before again darting away once you start to approach.
And I'll go. The bodies, they're definitely dead.
Yep.
All right, I'll go over. Just close their eyes. I'm gonna bend down with the cat, and my eyes are gonna flash red again, like before. But that and try and like put my hand out for it to smell.
Okay. And Cat, a little reluctantly, comes over and starts smelling and doesn't think anything else of it. Just continues to go back to presumably her owners.
Cat, they're dead. There's nothing there. You can't do anything.
Meow.
All right. Is there so the antiques in the room?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of antiques?
Give me an investigation check. So as you're kind of looking around the room, you see that most of the antiques appear to be of a very specific profession. Wax seals and jars of ink, blank scrolls, quill pens, even land ownership documents and tax records. And then on top of the desk itself is a small pouch, appears to be like a gold pouch.
How much is in it?
Inside of the gold pouch is 32 gold and 17 silver pieces.
I take every last one, including the pouch. And do any of the antiques look shiny, or like the inks look really valuable? Any like golden quills?
You could tell this is something of the person's profession. As you're kind of looking over the documents, you see, as you kind of read through some of them, it reveals that the woman, Melanthia, is a village notary and record keeper. And these are probably some of the utensils and stuff that she's probably used all her life.
I'm gonna take one of the inks, just for myself, and one of the quills.
Okay.
Cat, let's go.
Karsnook. 1 HP hero. The cat ignores you.
So I probably have some. Do I have any goblin blood on me? From before, like when I killed the goblins.
I mean, probably.
Can I like wipe some off with my finger and hold it out for it to lick?
The cat is kind of unresponsive to you still. It doesn't really care about you, honestly. Its owners, it's sad that its owners are dead.
Alright. Well, have fun. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. And you step back out. The party's still to the west, who watched you walk into this building.
Yeah, the moment he steps out, I'm going to yell over at him. Did you find any guards in there to kill to get gold?
Does this look like a keep?
I don't know what a keep is.
The big castle.
Goblin ingenuity hasn't given us any keeps yet. We don't have any frame of reference.
I'm gonna toss Grancool 5 of the gold I just found. Heal me.
So as he tosses this gold into my hand, I smile and say, thank you. You should probably give the other 5 to Selja, though. She's the only one that can heal you. I can't. And I turn around and walk away.
Sandra holds her hand out.
I give them.
So what'd you find in there?
That's awesome.
What I just gave you. Now heal me.
All right, she kind of pokes him.
Great.
You're no longer the 2 HP hero.
And does how many did you how many silver was it? 7?
17.
Oh, great. Okay.
As he's kind of getting healed up and everything, I'll look over him. What'd you find in that little house that you went into?
He said he went in there because there was guards and he wanted to make money. And then he came out with money. So I assume he found guards.
Correlation, not causation. Although those words may be too big for your ears.
No. Dav has a point. It must have found guards in there.
You didn't look like you'd win a fight with them, so I'm really curious what they look like.
All right. I'm gonna ignore that. And
All right, because you are, that wasn't nearly enough to top you off. I will give you one more.
one more poke.
You will get one more poke.
Okay, thank you.
I have exactly not a lot of spells left, though.
It says 0.
As,
Like exactly
Selja
0.
does that, I kind of lean over and whisper to Dav, I would have charged him more.
All right, now. You. I'm pointing to the bugbear.
I'm going to look behind me.
I think he actually meant you this time.
Yes. I have... Come here.
No, you come here. I don't go to dwarves.
No,
You're no god.
come to the bridge. I have a request.
Oh, playtime? I'm going to start moving towards the bridge.
Nav is gonna kill that dwarf, isn't he?
I can't swim, so I'm
And immediately pushes Karsnook into the river below.
I'm gonna
As
lean in.
not
Russell
gonna lie,
stands here
the
and does
thought-
nothing.
The thought crossed my mind.
I'm gonna
I
whisper.
just wasted all of that magic, didn't I?
I'm gonna whisper. We never speak of this again. Throw me.
Throw you into the water?
No, onto the other side of the bridge.
I'm gonna turn and kind of eyeball the whole. Do I think I could throw him that far?
Yeah, you could grab onto him and easily toss him to the other side if you wanted to.
Alright, I'm gonna grab onto him and easily toss him to the other side.
Karsnook, I need you to give me a dexterity save.
Oh shit.
Oh, well.
I need you to give me a 1d4, please.
Oh shit. Oh, whoops. Oof.
Okay, so as you get hurled over here, your boot kind of slips off the corner of it and you fall face first onto the bridge and take 3 bludgeoning damage to the face.
Good landing.
Did it straighten out my nose?
Possibly.
I'm gonna get up, just brush myself off. Thanks. Now that I'm on the other side, do I see any guards out on the front of the keep?
Looking down towards what you believe to be a guard tower. Set into the curtain walls are 2 windowless stone guardhouses with wooden shingles, high-pitched rooftops, and between them stands a set of very large oak doors on iron hinges.
I'm gonna go up to them and knock.
Okay. So the doors are, yep, right there. Give me a strength check.
To knock?
Yep. I mean, how loud are you trying to knock? These are pretty big doors. You knock, and nobody's around. You knock pretty loudly, too, mind you.
Can I ring the... Okay.
Given the day
How's
you
it
were
going
having.
over there?
Hello in there!
So not great, then.
I don't know. He's knocking on the door. Nothing's happening.
I'm yelling into the building, not to back to them.
He's not very good at storming keeps.
As
This is terrible.
as you kind of shout at the door, nothing happens.
Can I try and push the door open?
Yep. And as you walk up and put your hand on the door easily slides right open,
Oh. Whoops, yeah, okay.
or swings right open.
As Karsnook is moving into the door, he hears a loud, annoying voice in his head as I cast message and yell into his ears, "What are you seeing in there?"
I have literally just opened the doors. DM, would you like to say what I see in there?
Sure. So as you kind of open the doors, as I mentioned, the guardhouses, there are 2 of them, one on each side here. As you kind of peek around, you can look into the doors. You enter back in this way. There are doors on each side. About 6 bunk beds or so within each one, probably a dozen footlockers or so. Directly to the south is Nandar Keep, which has been heavily bombarded by these giant boulders that have been falling from the sky, very much like the rest of Nightstone itself. There's a ramp that appears to lead up an 8-foot-high stone parapet that encircles the yard itself. But there are no guards standing
that?
watch on the outer walls. Yes.
So the way message works, I can send back something with 25 words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how do I sum that up? Okay, 1 second. Let me think for a second. All right. Yeah, I have. Alright, I'm gonna send back. A keep.
Okay.
So, okay, you said there's like the foot lockers and stuff right here?
Yeah, as you step inside of the area here, there are doors on either side that lead into the two guardhouses. And as you kind of look around, like I said, there are about 6 bunk beds in each one of them, and a bunch of foot lockers at the ends of them.
I'm gonna call down into the place. Hello, we mean no harm.
Come in, please.
I'm going to turn back around to Grinkle. He yelled something about a charm.
Is he trying to charm him?
We have gotten rid of the goblins.
He said
Goblins?
y'all are fine goblins.
Well,
Aw,
that's very nice of him.
I always thought he was kind of a jerk.
Would someone please like to come out so we can talk?
Oh, he wants to talk about his feelings.
Nope, I'm out.
Nope. Yeah.
Nope, I'm out.
I'm gonna go see what he found in the other place.
Okay.
So I get no response?
Yeah, so as you're shouting, nobody is responding to you.
Cool.
Selja, you enter into the chambers, and you see a very similar scene to what Karsnook did. To the eastern section of the room, some antiqued items, mostly dealing with the woman's profession. The 2 dead bodies pinned underneath the rock over here, and their cat with wings that is sitting right next to them. And before we do anything else, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yay.
Yay. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Be back.
Also be right back. I am also back.
What's up, chat? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying the stream. Should be back to it here in just a minute. Yeah, pretty fun stuff tonight. I like these kind of games because they can kind of do their own thing, and I can let them play and do what they want to do, and everything's awesome. So while we have a minute, why don't we draw back to news here. As a reminder, don't forget our Sunday game is going to be switching from a weekly game to a bi-monthly game. So we will be finding something eventually that's going to fill that time, but right now we don't have anything lined up. Tyranny on Monday is still good to go as usual. We got Civil War Empire on May 2nd, Alliance on the 12th. The next Giants game is on the 9th, and D&D replay and YouTube uploads are on Friday. So hope to see you guys around for at least some of that stuff and come and hang out with us. Once we get everybody back up and going here, we will drop back into our game.
Okay.
Waiting on everybody to get here. All right. So that is 3. Zorn, you here? No.
Oh, is Rin watching this?
Mm-hmm. Sure
Are
is.
we back?
Yep. Most of us are. Waiting on Havoc, I think.
All right, I'm talking to my wife, so I'm listening, just
Yep.
not.
No worries.
Havoc's here.
Havoc's here. Havoc's here. Okay, so Carsnook, directly in front of you here, the main entryway, obviously, to the keep, kind of blocked by the large boulder. You can kind of walk around it, though, and make your way to the keep if you wanted to.
That I do.
And as you're doing that, since you've been doing a lot of this stuff, Nav and Grand Cool, what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna observe for right now, actually.
Okay.
Watching the people behind us, watching where Selja is, trying to look over towards Carsnook as I'm able to.
Okay. And the riders are slowly starting to make their way around, kind of ducking off down the roads and kind of peeking around, seeing what's out here, kind of making themselves familiar with the environment. But other than that, no other activity.
Okay.
Selja, what are you doing?
I am going to take a ration out in attempt to befriend the cat with wings.
Okay. And I kind of open the ration and lean down in its direction, and it looks over at you. Its head kind of bowed a little bit, and kind of walks over and starts kind of picking at it a little bit and eating little bits and pieces. You can tell it's a little hungry. It's probably past this cat's normal feeding time.
Yeah, she'll let it eat the ration and cautiously reach out to give it a pat or two.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check if you're going to try to pick it up, though. Are you trying to pick it up? Or are
No,
you
she's
just petting it?
Yeah, she's just
Okay.
petting it.
I thought, yeah, I misheard you. So yeah, it as you kind of reach out, it kind of crouches away a little bit, but beyond that, it continues eating.
Cool. Well, she'll take her time with it.
Okay. Karsnook, you have the door here in front of you. The northwest and southeast corners of the keep are pretty destroyed by boulders. What are you doing?
I'll knock on the door of the keep.
Nobody answers.
I will enter the door of the keep.
Okay.
As he enters the door of the keep, I'm gonna turn to Grunkle. He's going inside. Should I follow him?
I'll kind of look back towards the guards and look over to Stelja. It should be all right. Go ahead.
Okay. I think I can make this jump.
Yep. What's your strength?
Modifier is 3.
Just straight strength.
Oh, 16.
Yep, you can make it. Stay still, please.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, you can easily make the jump across the 15-foot opening and land on the other side. Over here.
All right, I'm not gonna follow him all the way in. I'm just gonna walk up to the gate and sit down and watch him as he goes in.
So yeah, Karsanuk, as you kind of make your way into this very large, great hallway here, most of which lies underneath rubble to the southeast. 4 guards, both male and female, have been placing the body of a woman wearing very fine robes atop the shattered remain of what looks to be an oak dining table. You find that the guards are a little busy arguing the next steps of what they're going to do as you approach. And they quickly turn their attention to you, reaching down for their swords and grabbing them as you kind of walk up. And the one to the front here, one of the female guards quickly speaks up and says, "Why are you here? You have no business in Nandar Keep." Karsanuk, you are muted. Or just not talking.
Not talking.
Not talking.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. And he's back.
Test again? Test?
Yeah.
All right. Did you hear anything I said?
Nope.
Nope.
Good, because I didn't like it. All right. Well, I came to Nightstone, and I looked like there were stones that hit Nightstone, and then there were goblins. Took care of the goblins. Here, I'm your rescuer.
Didn't answer my question. Why are you actually here?
Yes, well, there are a bunch of raiders here in your village, town, square. Just want to inform you. They intend, for what I can perceive, to make this village their base of operations.
The group a little troubled. The main one that's been talking with you kind of raises her eyebrow a little bit, but doesn't really say a lot. She quickly turns back and begins whispering to the others, and then turns back to you and says, "There's really nothing to take. What do they want with Nightstone? Even the people are gone."
Yeah, about the people. Where'd they all go?
She kind of looks at you and says, "Well, when the rocks started falling from the giant castle in the sky, we were kind of cut off and we could watch from the top of the keep. The people had nowhere to go. They couldn't come over to the keep and couldn't protect themselves, so they quickly ran away. crossed the drawbridge and fled north. In the event of attack, the villagers are supposed to retreat here. Obviously, that was out of the question.
Alright, yes, I get it. So, ignoring the castle in the sky for a minute, as I said before, the raiders want to make this their home base. They don't want stuff, they just want a place to operate. They don't look like good people. So, for 300 gold, the lot of us, myself, some others who came with me, will help you clear them out.
As you kind of, under your breath, mention some others, the one to the northwest looks at you and says, "What do you mean, others?"
Some people that came on the same caravan as I did.
People?
Living creatures. Humanoids.
Give me a deception check.
I'm telling the truth.
You are telling the truth, but you are really trying to hide this. Okay, I'll give it to you. As you kind of stammer around your words, trying to figure a way to not give it away that you're dealing with goblins and a bugbear. You kind of quickly come up with this idea that you could just kind of mention other things, other ways to describe them, and quickly they look at you and a bit skeptical. Three of which turn back to the woman in the robes and begin to kind of cover her up and get ready to grab onto the table. The first one, however, kind of walks forward and says, "And what would you have us do with these others that are outside?"
Rout them.
She looks back at the other three and says, "Does it look like we have the numbers for such a feat?"
4 plus 6 equals... I'm gonna gesture. I'm just gonna put it in my hand. Like, yes, what does it equal?
She kind of looks at you and says, "This sounds like a very bad idea, and I don't think our guards would be willing to do so."
Well,
Phrasing?
how about this? How about...
Hey, Sue. Thank you for the follow.
Well, you guys aren't gonna make it out here alive if you go through the main gate. The raiders are gonna kill you. Straight up. We exit out the back. Is there any way to get off this island without going through Nightstone?
She looks at you and shakes her head and says, No, this is... The only way here is by the bridge. Speaking of which, how did you get here?
I have strong legs. Also,
This woman, towering almost 2 or 3 feet above you, looks down, chuckles a little bit, and says nothing.
anyway, you have no options. You have
Bendis, thank
no
you
options here.
for the host, man. Very much
If
appreciate
you
it.
intend to walk out, you will die. If you intend to try and leave this island, you will die. From what it looks like, you have a problem with someone in the sky, so he will probably kill you soon. We are your only choice here.
Perhaps you forgot that you're within our city, too. If the giants in the sky wanted to kill us, then they would have you dead as well.
Giants.
Well, yes. When the villagers fled, we saw 4 pale-skinned giants descending from the sky, uprooted the nightstone that was in the village square and took it back with them to the castle. Cloud Castle left soon thereafter, drifting eastward.
Eastward. Nights.
Mm-hmm.
What was this night's... I don't care.
It's our namesake. Are you not familiar with our city, sir?
Yes, sure. Anywho, what? Never mind those. What can I do you for? What can you do?
Well, we would much rather
Nev's
take.
starting to get a little impatient and starts heading towards the door.
Okay. As he starts moving, the guard, continuing, mentions, well, we would much rather take Lady Nandar somewhere so that we could lay her to rest. She's obviously not in the best condition, and the city is not in its best condition. We must get priests and things to get her burial rites prepared and performed.
And how would you go about doing that?
Well, obviously, we would need to get our people back in the village.
Not gonna happen until those raiders leave. Or
Never
die.
you entering.
Yes.
All right. So as this conversation is going on, the door on the kind of split door, the door on the west side kind of pops open, almost pushing Karsnook out of the way here. And
Wait, guys, don't.
in drops Nav, who immediately you watch as the guard drops back and again draws the sword, seeing a bugbear now in their midst.
He's not.
Either have no sight or don't know where we're at on this. Oh, I found it.
You're
Never mind.
far east.
He isn't an enemy. He's here to help. He's one
I'm
of the
going
humanoids.
to sit next to Karsnick. What's taking so long? Kronkle's getting impatient.
Yes, and so am I. Anyway, I'm trying to tell these guards that they have no options here, and either they need to leave, or, with our help, get rid of the raiders.
I mean, I'll kill the raiders. Did you tell them that the raiders are going to kill them? Did you try that?
Yes, I have told them that the raiders are going to kill them.
What are their
I'm
numbers?
just gonna kind of turn and look at all the guards. Well, do you want to die? What are we doing?
The guard that's somewhat closest to you, looking at you and seeing that you're fighting on the side of Karsnook here, quickly puts her sword away and looks at you and says, well, you look like a fine specimen to kill things. Tell me, how many are out there?
There was like 6 giant beasts with little tiny people on them.
They're called horses.
Oh, well, there's 6 horses.
So 6
7.
riders.
7.
7 riders.
I'm gonna hold up 4 fingers and 3 on the other hand. No, it was 6.
Count them with your numbers, Nav.
As you guys say this, she kind of looks at you and says, well, those are 2. Where's the rest of your party?
The other side of the bridge.
And you can assure us that if we go over there, that we'll be able to take down these raiders.
I can't assure you anything until I have 300 gold.
I don't need the gold. I'll do it for free.
The guard looking at Nav nods and says, very well. If you'll help us,
Yeah,
then...
but he'll probably want 300 gold. You should give him the 300 gold.
Driving a bit of a hard bargain. But she's still convinced, obviously, by you, mostly by your size. She agrees and says, very well, if you can defeat these individuals, then perhaps there will be 300 gold waiting for you.
Then I can assure you we'll defeat these individuals. But first, have any healing potions?
She looks at you and says, "Our keep is mostly destroyed. I have nothing for you."
Sandwiches. Really hungry right now.
Shakes her head.
All right, well, it's up to it then.
Yes, let's hop to it.
So the party making their way back outside here. Let's bring you guys over here. Because I'm going to make this a thing now. The guards following Nav and Karsnook to the bridge, watching very intently at how exactly you expect all of these guards to cross. And they peer down, and at the end of the bridge, kind of hanging out by the road here, they see yet another goblin, which makes them question the entire thing.
Don't worry, he is. Yes,
That's not a goblin, it's a god.
one of. Just don't ignore him. One of the humanoids. He's on our side.
As they're all walking out, Grunkle runs up to the edge of the bridge and kind of starts waving his hand, Forrest Gump style. Hey! I'm over here! Nothing's happened. I'm bored. Hurry up.
Yes, get Selju and the others. Gather in here. We have plans to discuss. But be quiet about it, eh?
And as you're already talking, Grunkle doesn't hear any of the last part, just yells, Salja! Come here!
I found a cat!
Oh, kitty!
Quiet about it. And get, what were the names of the other people? Lucas and... Are they still... Are we technically assuming that they're as NPCs right now?
They are not available. I
They-
believe it's decided.
If you recall, as you came down the stairwell and tried to exit out of the inn, you heard nothing from the kitchen where they were hanging out at whenever you previously went into the inn, and you haven't seen them this entire time.
Alright, cool. Well, I may have misdone the math then. 8 versus 7, still good. Really? 8, 7 and a half.
Without even saying anything, I'm just gonna pick up Karsnook and throw him back over the bridge.
Karsnook, I need another dexterity saving throw, please. I need you to give me another 1d4, please. Okay. This time, being able to maneuver fast enough that you land on your stomach and slide a little bit, Nav quickly throws you over the bridge, landing on the other side, unable to actually land on your feet. You just kind of lay forward and take the impact on your stomach as you fall down.
Give me a bit of a warning next time.
No, it was much funner this way. I'm gonna turn to the guards. Do you four need help too?
All four of them.
Smile on my face.
All four of them put both hands up and kind of shake their head, and the one in the front here quickly reaches down and grabs a rope and ties one of her swords to the rope, and then throws it across over in this direction. And you watch as it kind of bounces across the wooden planks, and then she kind of shouts out, "Tie that to something over there, so we have something easy that we can grab onto and climb across."
I'll do that.
As they're tying it, I'm just gonna shrug and jump across.
Hey, Karsnook, I need you to now give me a sleight of hand check, please, because all of your dexterity saves have been so fantastic. Oh yeah. So
Now
when
I get...
when it comes to saving the guards, you're good. So you tie this perfect knot. It's not going anywhere. You tie it onto the side. Nav, you quickly make your way across with no troubles. The guards able to one by one slowly make their way over as well, joining the rest of the group on the other side of the bridge.
Who are you guys?
better question here is, who are you? And you see as one of the guards again grabs for a sword. He doesn't draw it, but he grabs for it.
Grankle doesn't even really take notice of it. He kind of flourishes his cloak around him. He says, I am Grankle the Feared. I am a god.
Yes, guys, don't mind. Just hey, no. Grankle, they're here to help. We're gonna take it. New plan. We're gonna take out those raiders.
I thought you were going to kill them all for the raiders.
No, that's just what I told the raiders because I was deceiving the raiders.
Karsnook, give me a deception check, please. Havoc's like loving every minute of this.
Chaotic news.
Oh my god, look at that.
I'm getting a new die.
2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna turn to Gronkle. He wasn't trying to kill them in there. I think he's all
So, I just want to put this into perspective for you. I rolled a perception check on all 4 of them. The one that crit failed still rolled higher than you did. None of them are buying it, and you being on the other end of the group here, they quickly turn to you, grabbing onto their swords, drawing directly at you and saying, "Is this a setup? What kind of ruse is this?"
No, this is not a setup. All I intended to do was just tell the raiders that we are going to clear out the castle. I'm being completely honest with you. I swear on my mother's life, I'm being completely honest. My true intentions were to get to the keep, and if anyone was there, we would take out the raiders. And what are we doing right now? Nav, what are we doing right now?
Well, right now you're shaking a lot and talking really fast, and Gronkle is laughing.
No, what are we about to do?
Oh, we're gonna go play. We're gonna go play with the big things you call horses.
Not play with them. We're going to
kill them.
Right. Okay.
Saying this, they do not trust you. Kind of stepping you back a little bit as they push forward with their swords still drawn.
As all this is happening, I walk up behind the one that was in front of me and I start tugging on the back of his... Has he got a cloak or armor on?
Yeah, he has some light armor on.
So hearing all this exchange and everything, kind of motion for him to turn around and wait for him to kind of lean down towards me and say, "Yeah, I'll help take care of those guards if you pay me with something shiny."
No, these guards... We're not taking care of any guards. The guards are...
I was referring to the bandits, sorry.
I'll kill all of your friends.
I'll kill all of the guards if you give me shinies.
I'll take out the bandits with you if you pay me something shiny.
The guard whom you kind of walked up and grabbed onto his leather cloak immediately turns around. His sword still drawn because it was pointed in the direction of Karsnook. Looks at you and says, "And how exactly are you going to help us?"
And I look at him, kind of put my hands on my hips and smile up at him very confidently. "I'm a god! I'll take them all out! No worries!"
He's right, you know. I'm just saying this fearing for my life.
Very well, God. Lead the way.
With that, Grankle kind of shrugs, turns around, says, "Let's go, Nev."
Okay.
"Salja, there's killing to be done. Come here."
Oh, fine. She'll leave the ration and be like, "I'm gonna make friends with you later, cat."
The guards ignoring Karsnook now, heading north, following behind Grankle. Karsnook literally looks down, and on the heel of his foot, the edge of the bridge stands directly behind it. They were going to just push you all the way over and let you drown.
I can't swim, so...
You would have drowned.
I'm a mountain dwarf. I sink like a rock.
Okay.
Chalk that up to Grankle saving your life again, buddy.
That's number 2.
Number 2?
And with that, I'll keep going. I'll walk up to.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I had to check my range. Yeah, about here, and I'll kind of look over at the guy I can see. It's like, and turn back to the guards. Those guys, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I twin spell firebolt at the one dude that's standing there.
It did not move you on our map. You are still back here with the rest of the guards.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think
Okay.
he's in range for that guy.
I have
Okay.
120 feet. I can hit him.
Okay. Go ahead and are you attacking the guy on the horse or the horse itself?
No, just the guy.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me the attack roll. So the first firebolt as you let loose of it from your left hand kind of flies a little wildly and doesn't actually hit anything. But the second one hits true. Go ahead and give me damage on it. Yep. So as this happens, you watch as the rider quickly tries to avoid the first one, but gets blasted by the second. And he grabs on to the reins of the horse. And you watch as he kind of pulls back, and the horse kind of picks up and turns and lands in your direction, and is going to immediately come towards you guys. But it does deal 5 fire damage to him.
Kind of yell at him as I'm firing it off. Hey, we're fighting now.
Great, alert
Okay.
everyone to our position.
And now I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Hey,
come on.
yeah.
Why? Why?
Oh,
yeah.
I swear to
Goblin
God!
Bugbear Party. Welcome to the fun, Karsnook.
This is what This is what happens now.
Do we all have advantage on initiative in this goblin party?
Nope. Do our guards get to initiate?
What's your dexterity, Selja?
2.
Damn it, we're tied. I want to go first. I need to enlarge
I mean,
him.
by alphabetical order and the fact that you rolled first, I think you go first.
Yeah, by all means.
Hold on.
Yeah, has it been an hour since we've been in the village?
Pretty close. I'll say you kind of explored pretty quickly through here, so no, not quite, but it's almost an hour.
All right, Nav is still a tree man.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
actually.
oh shit! Really?
Yeah, that lasts an hour.
Does it? I thought we said it doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'll
it was a
do
good
a
thought,
better
I
thing.
liked it, but I have a 17 AC.
It scared the wargs, and that's all that mattered.
So who is top here for initiative roll? Is it Selja?
I'll give it to Grangle. I'll give it to Grangle.
Okay. Grankle.
I'm all like, yeah, I have initiative on, or I have advantage on initiative. I'm always going to go first, and I have not gone first once today.
Nat 20.
Nat
All right,
20s.
so it's my turn. I see this guy turning his horse towards me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's not good." And I reach over and touch a Nav and cast Enlarge on him, doubling his size. That's my last second level spell slot, boys and girls. And I am going to immediately say, "Go get him, Nav!" and run away.
And as you turn and start running behind the rest of the group, the guards who were going to follow you into combat are now questioning all of this as if they had just made very terrible life choices, as Nav now has enlarged and you are running from them.
You made a deal with God Goblin. You're not the
No,
worst
a
idea you've ever
Godblin.
A godblin. Selji, you're up. Selja,
All right,
go do it.
so I'm just clarifying one thing in the rules super quick.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, so for the first, Selja is going to kind of wave her hands around and be like, "Oh, okay, this looks like it might be a tough one. Think we're gonna need some help." And then she casts Healing Spirit.
Okay.
So, and that is, I have no more magic left after that. But
Okay.
so what Healing Spirit does is I basically summon a kind of like a little spirit,
Mhm.
and if anybody walks through
Okay.
that spirit, they heal. for a
And
little
where
bit.
are you going to put the square?
I'm going to put it right there, so we kind of have like a little fallback point.
Behind us or behind the group? So you're putting it here?
Yes. So
Alright.
if you walk through that once per turn, you can heal for 1d6 health.
Nice.
And then Selja is going to transform into a brown bear.
Ho ho ho, look at that.
What?
You didn't tell me about this.
Oh, right.
Somebody
That
just
way I
answered
can make a
this, right?
token for you.
Sorry about that.
Ooh.
Make it an
I
owlbear
feel-
token.
So you are now large size, correct?
Yes, she is large size.
Alright.
And she can keep a spell concentrated even when she's in a shapeshift, but she cannot cast spells.
Correct. Okay. So casting this healing spirit back behind the party, she turns back around and immediately turns herself into a very large bear. And that ends her turn. Nav, you are up.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. I am going to move the distance. Right to there. And I'm actually going to ready my halberd. Kind of like, I'm going to point the pointy stick, the pointy part of the halberd at the top.
Mhm.
And I'm going to plant the end of it in the ground like it's a spear waiting for the horse to charge into it. So I'm
Okay.
readying an action and attack as soon as it comes in a range, which is 20 feet.
Alrighty. So brandishing the halberd, quickly wait, expecting this rider to come in your direction. With that, guard to the west here is going to start making its way towards you guys, and it's going to end up stopping here as he'll stop right here as he tries to make his way around to you. This guard is going to make his way forward, going to add a little defense or support to Nav here, who is awaiting the upcoming horse. Karsnook, you are up.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to step into the healing spirit.
All right, so you step.
Oh, it doesn't
into
heal
the healing
dwarves. I forgot to mention. Did I not mention that?
I'm gonna
No, it does.
blow
spirit.
10 coins into the slot.
So, are you going to let it heal me?
Yes, I'm gonna let it heal.
He doesn't have a choice.
Oh, no, he does. It says you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. I think that means, like, you have choice. You can cause it to.
Oh yeah, he's
It's
still gonna
basically
say yes
just
or no.
it's just so that enemies can't be like, well,
Right.
okay, we're just gonna step in it then.
Right. So you gain 5 on your turn.
Okay, and as my action, I am also going to transform into a large brown bear. No, literally. I am going to, now my eyes are going to go completely red. I'm going to arch my back, and as the fur starts coming out from my hair on my arm and back, I'm just going to transform into a werebear.
So as if having 2 goblins in a campaign that starts off with a goblin invasion isn't enough, we now have 2 bears that are part of the
3.
party.
3, because of...
Technically, with Nav being a bugbear. Yeah.
So yes, I have that... And we talk about the owlbear. The bearskin rug.
There's
the bear trap.
nothing unusual about this at all.
I gotta pick different animal forms. That's what I'm hearing.
I do that for fun. I'm now a giant werebear, and I am going to move next to Selju.
Okay.
Now we're the
That's the thing.
I imagine
All
that
right.
I turn around and just see two other bears and go, "Yeah, everyone wants to be like."
This guard is going to make his way up as well. Going to. Say he's going to come over here, kind of blocking the path of this incoming rider. Where is this guy at? Alright. Hearing the noise back behind this guy is going to make his way back, but not going to get very far. This guard quickly going to make his way up to this guard as well. Time for all the movement. Of course, it's that one. One sec. All right. So the one that you have been waiting for is finally going to get his movement and is going to head directly for you. Go ahead and give me your held action, Nav.
Yeah, as it gets into range, I am going to attempt to spear the horse with the top of my halberd just right in the chest.
Nice. All right, go ahead and give me some. Give me the attack. Whoa. Holy shit! Yeah. Yeah. So as you do this, it comes charging in, and immediately you perfectly land this thing directly in the chest. It is just enough to kill it, and you watch as this guard, the rider that's on the back of it, immediately flies forward, not expecting any of this, and is going. I gotta move you now. And is going to land actually right beside everybody here. His horse is now dead.
With that, I am just going to laugh as loud as I can into the air. See, we're flying with the horses, guards.
And he's actually going to be knocked completely off of this and is going to be prone. We're going to actually end his turn there. Actually, no. No, he'll stand. It's fine. He'll stand. And he's going to try to attack you, Nav, since you were so kind to him. Is going to try to hit you with his scimitar. So rolls a nat 1. Well, that's a fantastic way for him to start combat.
Yeah, nat 20 into a nat 1 from the enemy. Fuck yeah.
And
Right.
he had a nat 1 and a nat 20 as well on the other side.
Guys, I'm just the bandit intern, okay?
Oh, cool. So, as he kind of rushes in, being knocked off of the horse, he immediately just panics. Until his next turn, he is going to be surprised by any attack that comes up. So that's now going to be a thing. This horse rider, hearing all of this, is going to make his way down here too. This guy. There. We are back at the top of the turn order. Grand Cool, you have now ran behind everything. There's nobody to hide you anymore.
Just how I like it. I have a full view of everyone in front of me. What do I want to do? All right, so seeing this one kind of flanking from the left, I am going to fire off a fire-based chromatic orb at him.
Okay.
Or
Where he
can I not
is,
see him?
you can see him, but he's gonna be behind quarter cover.
I'm not gonna do that then.
Because it's technically this is up on a hill. So like this level here is like 5 feet up, and then this level up here is 10 feet up.
Okay.
So it's kind of blocking your view as it's coming around.
All right, that makes sense then. Yeah, then I will change my target to this guy who's just in range,
All right.
and I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, so you cast Chromatic Orb at this thing, and it just kind of goes by it. You kind of aim where you think it's going to, but with the horse's kind of erratic movements, trying to get there as quickly as possible, it just kind of floats above its head. The rider able to kind of duck just under it to keep from getting hit by it.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty, Selja, you are up.
Selja's gonna move up, and so part of the brown bear's actions, it has multi-attack. It says I can take 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. Is that just normal, or?
So yeah, that's its normal round. So you get 1 attack with a bite, or 1 attack with the bite and 1 with the claws.
Excellent. All right, I am gonna do that then.
All right. To the rider here. Yeah,
yes.
that hits. Go ahead and give me damage on it. We'll
Oh,
have
wow.
to set you up. So next time, all of you that will be changing into other beings, just send me your info, and I will add it so you can have an actual character sheet for it. So when you transform, you'll have everything you can click on.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah.
Yep.
There it is.
So 9 damage to that guy. And the claws do not hit, but it doesn't matter because as you come in with the bite, it immediately drops this thing. And actually, yeah, the claws do hit because they were both 24s. Holy shit.
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
pretty good.
But yeah, the bite was enough, but you weren't satisfied. You chomp into this thing and you kind of ring it around a little bit, and then as you're kind of done with it, you plop it onto the ground and immediately start clawing at it. And that is when you realize that it's actually dead, and you're just playing with your food.
Oh god, Nav's rubbing off on me. That is it for my turn.
All right, Nav, you are up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna step up right here and we're gonna swipe at that horse as well. I'm gonna aim for his legs.
Alrighty. Yep, that
For
hits.
4 slashing damage to his kneecap, I
Alright.
guess.
So yeah, you kind of jab the halberd forward. It hits it, but it's still standing. It didn't bother it enough to really take it off course.
Alright, that's gonna end my turn for now.
Alrighty. The guard to the far west, however, is going to start making his way in. actually going to come straight in right for Selja, and is going to, as it's approaching, let me make sure, hold on. Yep, it only gets one. As it's approaching, it reaches down, grabs for its light crossbow, and fires in your direction. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit.
All right, so as it kind of reaches down, it fires. Being in your bear form, kind of moving a little different than it would expect. And as it fires, it just kind of flies right beside you. The guard to your south actually has to kind of dodge out of the way as it comes by as well. The guard to your southeast, however, is going to move up and is going to try to attack with one of its spears. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. So it's kind of reaching in, trying to knock the rider off the horse, so it charges in and tries to jab the spear into the horse itself to knock it over. It's not enough to kill the horse, but does considerable damage to it. Karsnook, you were up.
Okay, so question. I can only still move my 25 feet, right?
Whatever your movement is in bear form.
It doesn't specify.
Then yes,
So-
it would be your normal
okay.
movement.
Alright, then, there's not much I can do. I'm going to pass through the healing spirit again. No,
Okay.
no, I won't. That's my full movement. I'm just gonna go up to here and give a mighty roar.
Alrighty. And with that, you join the rest of the group. The guard to your west is going to step up, kind of surrounding Selja at this point, just attempting to get in and get into the action. Once again, it's going to try to attack the horse. This time, however, as this guard comes around Selja, unable to do so very effectively, tries to come in with a two-handed jab, and the horse kind of pulling back a little bit from the first guard hitting it, is unable to land the attack. With that, though, we now have which guard is moving up because they're going to be close. Oh, no, not yet.
Nav,
Yeah,
help us.
there we go. He's going to move into place and is going to fire off his crossbow at Nav. Does
Like
a
a ranged attack from 5 feet away?
as he was approaching, he's
Oh, okay.
stopping there, but as he was approaching, he's firing off the crossbow. Does
Gotcha.
a 12 hit?
No.
All right, so firing off almost as he's between the two horses here, trying to get around quickly and get up into position. He fires off the crossbow to get into position, but the bolt kind of flies over his shoulder and does no damage to you. Which guard is this? This guard back behind you is actually going to step up and is going to do the same as his other friends are doing and trying to attack this with a two-handed strike from the spear. And it is going to hit. This horse taking the brunt of this damage as well. But it's not enough to completely kill the horse. Again, it kind of pulls back a little bit, almost knocking the rider off, but the rider's able to stay within the saddle and stay on top of the horse. The guard down here is going to move up into position, past Nav. Same thing is going to come in. This time he's going to actually attack the rider instead of the guard. Ooh, and he's going to land too. Similar to his friend, taking a two-handed jab with the spear, immediately reaches up, jabs it right into the side of this bandit who's trying to hold on for dear life, taking a decent amount of damage, but the bandit is still standing. Alright. This is where it's going to get interesting because we're going to run out of space.
This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. Alright. Trying to flank around the side here. This one's going to come by but not actually enter into Nav's area here. That one is dead. That one is
Which
close.
one's not in my area?
It's not within the area of opportunity or the attack of opportunity range. Wait, yours is increased, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's
Mine-
still there, right?
My range of attack of opportunity is 15 feet right now, but my melee range is 20 feet right now.
Okay, so yeah, it's still within it. It hasn't exited
Yeah.
yet. This one, he's gonna move over here, kind of entering into the fray. This one is going to move up right next to, and I just picked up a dead body token. Let's move that.
You're
over
coming
here.
along with me, Goblin.
You're coming
that's
with
the,
us.
That's the one I threw at the horse scissor.
And he's going to charge in and is going to make an attack with his scimitar. Does a 6 hit?
It does not.
All right. Grinkle, you are up.
All right. Well, Grinkle, remembering that there's a healing spirit right next to him,
Oh,
he's gonna
yeah.
step into that and move back out again.
Oh, that's a thing.
Do I roll it or does Selja?
You don't have to move out.
you
It'll
do.
give you healing every time you start a turn there.
Yeah, you can stay within it, and
Okay, yeah, that
at
seems
the
like a
start of
great
every
idea.
turn, you get a 1d6 roll. And you make the roll.
Hey.
Yeah.
So Grinkle, feeling much more powerful now, is going to look over at this dude and is going to fire at the dude with a firebolt.
Dude at the dude.
Aww.
Aw.
Is Firebolt a cantrip?
Mhm.
Yep. So quickly firing off this this firebolt. It's not staying true to the target. Maybe as it kind of floats by it, the horse kind of gets a little spooked and it kind of pops back a little bit, making the rider avoid the damage. So ends its turn doing nothing.
That's it.
Okay. Selja, you're up.
Well, I hate to do this to you, Grinkle, but as a bonus action, I'm actually going to move the healing spirit.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to put it on Karsnook
Oh my god, thank you so
because
much.
he needs it right now.
You don't even understand. Like,
Rude.
And I'm gonna take it to the horse because I can't reach the rider.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna go claws and bite again.
Technically, the rider is in the center of it, so if you wanted to be able to attack it, you can.
All right, let's bring the rider down then.
It's just the way they have it positioned on here. Yeah, that hits. Okay. The first one hits. The second one does not. Yeah, so as you do this, reach in, attempting to hit it with the claws, but it does nothing. But as you kind of reach, you're able to bite down quickly onto the leg of this rider, and you're able to yank it completely off the horse, and you watch as its body lifelessly gets flung across the map, and the guy slams into the fence beside you and dies immediately. The horse, however, is now spooked and begins running away as quickly as it can. We will say that the guard and Seljuk can get an opportunity attack if you so choose.
on a defenseless
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit a horse like that.
Yeah, so the horse kind of starts running away. It's just trying to get the hell out of there. Anything else?
I'm gonna move up. Yep, I'm gonna move up to there, and then I'm gonna be done.
Alrighty. And with that, that is the end of Selja's turn. Nav, you were up.
Spin attack.
I am going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
On this one right here in front of me.
On
which
which
my
one?
clicky will work. There it
Clicky
goes.
will work. The horse or the rider?
The rider.
Okay.
And then I am going to take aim at the rider.
Alrighty.
Does a 19 hit
Oh, that definitely hits.
for 7 slashing damage.
Yeah.
Low damage rolls.
Plus an extra d6.
Plus your
Oh,
d6
yeah.
for your. Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so just like the other one that Selja just took out, you hit this thing perfectly, knocks it off of its horse. The horse immediately starts charging through, kind of knocks through the guards. The guards trying to step out of the way of it as it kind of makes its way out of here. Karsnook, Selja, and the guards have opportunity attack. Nav as well if you wanted it.
Nah,
Yeah, no, horses aren't a threat to Nav
Yeah.
unless there's a rider on.
I am going to growl at it, but nothing more.
All right. That bandit is dead. This guard is going to immediately come up here and, similar to what it has been doing, going to quickly attack the guard. The rider. Two-handed attack of 13. Yeah, that hits. Let's get damage. Okay, so the rider directly to his north, he charges in, gets a little momentum behind him, kind of jumps in the air a little, jabs the spear forward, lands perfectly on this rider. The rider is still alive, but has taken a good chunk of damage from it. Karsnook, you're up.
Can I even get there? Hold on, I'm gonna see my. Okay. From right. If I move to here, can you see where I'm pointing?
Nope. You need to actually click and hold.
Right. Oh, right. Oops, sorry. Would I be able to hit any horses?
If you move to right here,
Yeah.
what is your range?
1 second.
Are you trying to hit the horses?
I want to hit the guard.
So the guard is dead center of that, call it 10 feet.
Damn it. It doesn't say. So I guess my range is 5 feet then. Then I'm just gonna hold attack action
Until something
until
gets close to
any
you?
guard. Until on the guard. When the guard
Okay.
gets nearby, I'll
Yeah.
extend my.
Right.
Wait. Do bears have extendable claws? Like cats?
no.
It's just like.
No.
No, yeah, they're
Okay.
permanently out.
Yeah.
All right, then
They're
I'll
not
stand back up on my 2 hind legs and just bare my arms, getting ready.
All right.
I forgot to D6 for the healing spirit at the start of my turn.
Yes. Start of your turn, you were in your healing spirit.
I'll take it.
The guard to your south is going to move forward. Immediately going to engage with the one to his northwest here. This one feeling a bit different. Wants to take a one-handed spear shot. Not going to do as much damage, but it does land and strikes true. The guard kind of turns his shoulder a little bit, taking the impact, but is still ready and raring to go here. The bandit to your northeast, Nav, is going to reach down with his scimitar and is going to take a swipe at you. Does an 11 hit?
No, sorry.
All right. So he quickly reaches down, trying to hit you. You're able to quickly turn to the side and avoid his attack. The guard to his south is going to attack with a two-handed spear attack. It is going to miss. The guard to his east is going to do the same. and it is going to miss as well. All of the guards right now are trying to take out the riders instead of taking the horses out from under them. This guard here is going to move a little bit closer and is going to attempt to attack the Bear form of Karsnook. Scimitar does a 7 hit.
No, and I get my held
Yes, you
action.
do. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Nav.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot you had a held action. I need to mark that from now on. So yeah, go ahead with your... And you're
14.
attacking the rider, right?
Yes, does
Yeah.
a 14 hit.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I can make another, wait, where does it say? Yes, when you use an unarmed strike, attack action as unarmed strike, you can make another one as a bonus.
Okay.
Does that have to? He's the only one I can reach, right?
Yep.
So I'll just do another one on that guy.
Okay.
12.
Sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. So
Two
you
natural
reach up.
sixes.
You reach up with your left hand and put your giant werebear paw in the center of this bandit's chest, and you hit it so hard that it knocks to the ground, and as it lands on the ground, it actually the impact ends up killing him. But you're not satisfied with that, so you take the second attack and immediately slash across it, and these 4 large gashes show up across the chest of this bandit, who is now laying on the ground almost directly in front of you and is dead. His horse immediately running away.
Fine. Yeah, it's good action.
He's gone. He's gone. He's still alive though, and he is going to make his attack on Nav, being the larger threat here. That's not what I want. I want this one. 5 does not hit. Yeah, so he quickly reaches down.
I feel
with
like
the
a god, but it's because your dice rolls are sucking.
dice rolls are freaking terrible right now. So yeah, he takes the scimitar, brings it down, but misses entirely. Perhaps the horse a little frightened by all of the beings surrounding it right now. Grankle, you are up.
Well, I would like to hopefully participate in combat this time. So, we're gonna... This one seems to be the closest to Nav, so I'm gonna take a shot at it with Firebolt.
Alrighty.
Get some nice horse targets you can shoot at.
Hey!
Woohoo.
Hey, that hits.
Okay, didn't surge it. Alright, and I'll hit him for 8 fire.
Yeah. Alright, so quickly casting off Firebolt, trying to do all you can to protect Nav. The Firebolt flies directly over the head of the guard, and you watch as it impacts perfectly, knocks the bandit completely off of the horse, and you watch as he falls to the ground and is not moving. His horse beginning to run away.
You're welcome, slave!
What did he call me?
Selja, you're up.
Selja's gonna come around and go for the rider.
Okay. Yep, that hits. Yeah. Yeah, that hits too. Uh-huh. Okay.
Nice.
So immediately, this bandit, not having much left in him, is immediately thrown from his horse. Similar to all of the others, the horse immediately tries to run away, reach in, grabbing onto him with your bite, flinging him off the horse, his back actually hitting the back of this house. And then as he kind of sits there, kind of propped up a little bit, you immediately slash forward with your claw, gashing him across his body. He lays lifeless on the ground. Right now, all of the horses are scattering, running the hell away from you guys. But to the north, the lead rider and the individual called Kella that he was calling out to is still around in town square.
Leave her alive. I can speak in bear form.
You'll have to get a little closer if you're trying to
I think
be.
you're taunting me.
What's
No,
that?
I'm just talking to Selju and Nav and Grankle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep.
I
I'm
will.
gonna walk forward and join the group.
Okay.
Oh, all right. We're not in battle anymore. All right.
Well, that went well.
All right.
Alright, Selju, are you dropping your bear form?
Yes.
Then I will as well.
All right.
Walk up next to you both. You guys are scary. That was cool. Just continue on walking. Just not even really talking about it.
I'm gonna go to Selju and say, when'd you learn how to do that? You a blood hunter?
No.
How long did enlarge last? Having-
It's an hour. No. Is it an hour?
10 minutes, I think.
no,
It
it's
is
1 minute.
1 minute.
So I'm gonna guess that.
Yeah, by the time you reach them, you're gonna be small again.
Oh, I have to zoom back in.
I'm more impressed by Selju now that I've seen that she's a bear as well.
Okay. Party kind of making their way back up here. The rider, a bit angered seeing all of his men killed. The woman Kella riding on the back of the horse. They kind of panic. The individual kind of looking down, mostly in Karsnook's direction, not paying any mind to the two goblins or the bugbear, feeling he's a little above them, looks down at Karsnook and says, "What is it? What do you want? What more can you take from us?"
200 gold.
"What? I would never pay you. Your job was to take out the guards, not to bring them to us."
He did take them out. They had a nice dinner.
Exactly. They're out of the castle. I took them out.
You owe him 200 gold. He did as you
owe me
asked.
200 gold or your head. And the 200 gold which I will take from your body.
The rider, continuing pacing back and forth a little bit, looks down and says, "There's no way I'm gonna pay you. In fact, to be honest, I think this is all a bit silly." And he reaches down to his pouch and he takes out a potion and immediately drinks the potion and looks down at you and shouts, "Kella, off of my horse." And that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Did he not see what we just did to all of his friends?
I still have another bear transformation I can do.
Me too. I can also be a bear.
I can be a bear like all the time, guys. Dude, it's freaking crazy.
That's so overpowered.
I
Fury
think
and
I'm just gonna
small.
go be a wolf from now on.
I've got Fury and
No
small
way.
in one spell slot. In my
No,
swinging
guys,
rod.
we're the bear party.
That's it.
All right.
Can the others turn into bears?
Gonna end stream and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So another fun and exciting session as always. These guys are pretty fantastic. Makes this a lot of fun to run. Don't forget, Ascension is going to be bi-monthly now instead of weekly. Tyranny is coming up on Monday as always. Empire May 2nd, Alliance May 12th. The next Giants game, if you are enjoying this, is going to be on May 9th. And this coming Friday is D&D Replay and YouTube Day, so you can recap everything that you might have missed from all of our different games here. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to give us a follow or check us out on Twitter as well. Our Twitter account keeps us up to date with everything that's going on and allows you to keep up and contact us as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it tonight. Thank you guys for being here. It's been a lot of fun. These guys are pretty awesome. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday for our our Ascension game. But until then, have a good night, and I'll see you soon.